Greetings, my name is Kumanaan from DLS1B and my matrix number is 23DLS20F 2006. Purchase invoice definition awaits in the next slide. Today I'm here to talk about purchase invoice. Purchase invoice is a document that is issued by the purchaser of goods and services confirming that the order is indeed valid and has been fulfilled by the seller. This invoice is created after the purchase order which is issued by the purchaser to the seller. The due date on the purchase invoice is the date by which the purchaser commits to pay the seller for the itemized goods and services. What is included on a purchase invoice? There are some important elements that you should include in a purchase invoice. They are the title, Purchase Invoice. This business document needs to be officially labeled as a purchase invoice. Second, the invoice number. Often made up purely of digits, this is a unique identifier of the invoice. Third, the date issuance. This is the date when the purchase invoice was officially issued to the customer. Fourth, the vendor. This is the business that provides the goods or services. Its name, address, and contact should be included in the document. Then the consignee. This is the customer who purchased the goods or services. Their name, address, and contact should be included in this document too. The full description of goods. This is an in-depth description of the goods that are contained in the business transaction. The quantity and value. In this section, the amount of every product that was supplied is indicated. It can contain broken down values and associated units of measurement. The currency. This is the specific denomination of the legal medium of exchange being used in the transaction. VAT charge. If the business involved in the transaction is registered for value-added tax, the particular amount of levy is indicated. In this case, when a purchase on account is made, the invoice becomes VAT valid. Along with this charge is the business VAT registration number. The total amount net of VAT. This is the total amount of goods or services rendered exclusive of a VAT. The grand total. This is the value of the transaction contents with the VAT tax added. Next, process of a purchase invoice. And these are the processes of the purchase invoice. And here we are, the example of the purchase invoice. Just like this is the company's name is H Tech Town East New York City, and the purchase invoice is to bill to company name ABC Ltd, and the customer's name is Mr. Adam Smith. Mr. Adam Smith has purchased 10 tables, 200 batteries, 25 solar panels, 40 iPad casing, and 5 Galaxy tabs. And here we are at the purchase journal. This is the purchase journal of the purchase invoice we saw at the last slide. Now we are here at purchase journal. Purchase journal can be defined as the main entry book which is used to record credit transactions for resaleable purposes. The source document which is used as an evidence in recording transactions into purchase journal is purchase invoice. Now, the definition of purchase journal. Just like what I said before, purchase journals is a special journal used by businesses to record all the credit purchases. All cash purchases are recorded in another special journal known as cash payment journal or cash disturbance journal. A typical purchase journal has several columns to record the date, vendor account, invoice date, credit terms, accounts payable balance, and other account balances. All of these columns use source documents that were acquired throughout the voucher system. For example, the invoice is used to input the price and date, the purchase order is used to record the terms of the vendor's credit. Management typically uses this journal to track the status of each purchase, the amount owed to vendors, the due dates of each balance, along with the discount periods. The accounting department uses this journal to cross-check and tie out the accounts payable subsidiary accounts at the end of each period.
Hi friends, my name is Veshaalan Kumar. I am from Dallas 1B class. I am here to talk about official receipts. Official receipts are hard copies of financial transactions used by business for tax and accounting purpose. These documents include the vendor's name, goods hold, purchase price, the date, the receipt number, and other pertinent information. Official receipts may be printed or handwritten as long as all information is included. Official receipt is issued by the seller to the buyer as written evidence on sale of services or leasing of properties, as well as acknowledgement on a collection of cash payment on service rendered. It serves as basis of output tax liability of the seller and input tax claim of the buyer. This picture shows about an example of official receipt. The date which is received from ABC Entertainment is November 27, 2020, and you can see the further details from that picture. The picture was made for an example to understand easily. The picture shows about cash transaction of previous diagram. They will record it in debit side because cash is received and the income withheld VAT sales to private also received. So it will be in debit side. Slide is showing about what is cash. Cash book is a special type of book that can record all transactions of business. It looks like the account within divided in two sides. On left side is debit and right side is credit. All cash received in check or money will recorded on debit side. All cash payments also check or money will be recorded in credit side. Both two column and three column cash book is same function. Cash book lets you see the daily balance of cash on hand or bank balance. A cash book is a primary source of information on any cash operation taking place in the company. Thus, it can be used to verify the data recorded in the general ledger.
Hello, very good morning and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nazim bin Adil. I am from class DLS 1B. My matrix number is 23DLS 20F 2024. So today, I'm going to talk about the payment voucher. So payment voucher is actually one of the documents from the source of document inside the accounting. So what is actually the definition of payment voucher? So payment voucher is a document used by a customer to support a payment made by check or even a cash. So it is issued by the customer to the supplier as an evidence that the customer already paid for the transaction. So some of you might think, what is actually the difference between the official receipt and the payment voucher? So for the official receipt is issued by the supplier to the customer as evidence for the supplier that the customer already paid for the transaction. But for this case, payment voucher is issued by the customer to the supplier as evidence for the customer itself that they already paid paid the transaction. So for our group topic, we are going to relate the payment voucher with our issue right now is we are going to pay for the office line payment, which is Maxis. So when we already pay for the line payment for the office, we pay it to the Maxis. So Maxis will issue an official receipt to us as a customer. So we as a customer, we will receive the official receipt and we are also going to get the payment voucher. So payment voucher is an evidence for us to prove to the Maxis that we also have already paid for the bill for the Maxis. So I think that's all from me, Muhammad Nazim of Adil. Thank you very much and have a good morning.
And that's all for today, and thanks for sticking by.